Welcome, everybody. It is high noon here on the West Coast, so welcome to the KB Vision Live Global video broadcast, and hosted by myself, Cindy Belmonte, Simi Valley, California, John Alfiers out of Northern California's Napa Valley. So it's our pleasure to be here on Thursday afternoons, alternating with our U.S. leaders. Today we have Joe Norman seated right below me, and we're going to get into right away where we'll just have Joe go ahead and give us some updates. I know on the breakfast call, Joe, you were talking about something new in our back office about, I think, about showing some new things. I was on it briefly because I was headed out for an appointment early this morning. So why don't you go ahead and start us off with update, and then we can go into our Q&As.
All right. Well, thank you, Cindy, and I want to thank you guys for having me again, and hello to everybody out there. I want to give credit where credit is due. First and foremost, I don't know if any of you had the pleasure of listening to the special edition of the Breakfast Club last night. Cindy Belmonte and Deanna Kennedy absolutely nailed it. You guys just, I listened to the entire thing this morning and then again afterwards, and you guys just did a fantastic job. And us male guys in this KB Vision, we need to kind of realize sometimes that the softer touch, the ladies and the approach that they take. I mean, I learned a lot of things, and I know a lot of comments on the Breakfast Club this morning, same thing. So, Cindy, you guys were just fantastic and phenomenal. In fact, we have it listed at the very top at mykbgold.us under the recorded video gallery. You'll see that recording of last night's women's top leader of KB, the women's call, which basically just gave a perspective from a couple of the top lady leaders in the KB Vision Nation. And I definitely recommend it. It's worth your time and attention to carve out about an hour of your time and listen to it when you can, as soon as you can. So well done, Cindy, and very proud to see you nail it last night. So atta girl.
Thank you, Joe.
And as far as updates, yes, if you go to kb-vision.com, log into your back office, you will see some new features and functionalities already starting to show up in there. Your contracts that display on your dashboard has a little asterisk below it, and I believe from this point forward, you're not only going to see the people that have done a monthly purchase plan, and over in Europe they call that going on contract. I think that sounds a little rigid to me, but I think a more warm, fuzzy way to describe it is it's a monthly savings plan or a dollar cost averaging approach. And that will display on your dashboard right now for only people that you have personally sponsored. At least it is on my end, and the several people that I've bounced this off of. You're also going to see and be able to see in the very near future, possibly even tomorrow, be able to drill down through your organization and see who's doing a monthly purchase plan and who's not, and also be able to drill down and see points on different levels other than just level 1 of your table view. So I think that's going to give us a lot more accurate accounting of who is taking this program seriously and who's just kind of kidding around with it. But I think that's a very exciting feature, and also they are deploying they're actually doing a mock commission run with the new accounting software, which is basically going to have real-time commission runs as far as your rank and your points, as opposed to basically clicking one button at the end of the month after the commission run is completed, and all the pin levels are calculated at that time instead of real time. So it's going to really affect a lot of people's earnings, and I think we have all agreed on the leadership calls that we've had with corporate that this is going to funnel a lot more money down to people that are just getting started. And we were all unanimously in favor of that, and Andy Morbitzer is the one that kind of spearheaded this effort, and of course backed up as usual by Cheryl, and I was kind of tag along as well. But we are very anxious to see that new software deployed. Also, the welcome packs will not be available until they finish implementing this new software. So, you know, it may be in the next day or two, I don't know, but we'll just keep an eye out for that. They do know the importance and the impact that those, we call them welcome packs, I call them kind of a starter pack, but I don't think really we've come up with the right and accurate phrase for it. What it is that everyone, including those of us that have been in for many, many, many months, will have one opportunity and one opportunity only to purchase as little as one of the 1 gram cards, as many as 3 of the 1 gram cards, and get immediate delivery on those. And also they will be fully commissionable as well. So everything is ready to go with that, but they are waiting for this new software to get that fully uploaded and functional before they make those available. So those are the breaking news as far as the software and back office, John and Cindy. So back to you.
Hey Joe, has there been an update yet on the live tour, the Canada-U.S. tour?
Yes, but I was asked by Jimmy today to not share that. So they are finalizing the details, and there's been some talk of you know, waiting till after the commission run on the 1st of November, so more people will have more money to be able to make the trip. So that's being kicked around right now. So I do know it'll either be the end of October or the first couple of weeks of November. So somewhere in there, they're going to do a continent tour, basically. Let's see if I have these cities memorized. Atlantic City, Chicago. Oh boy, go to my cheat sheet.
Come
I've had
on.
too many things in the head.
I actually knew where they were.
All right, you go, girl. Go ahead and announce it.
Okay, and then you can tell me if I'm right. All right, we can start off with Canada. We've got Toronto and Vancouver. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, then we've got, coming down the West Coast, we've got Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Dallas, Texas, Chicago, Illinois. We have Orlando, Florida, and Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Nailed it.
All right. So I'll see you in Los Angeles, anybody that's in or near Los Angeles.
I don't know what order they're going to take the tour either, so I still don't know. Their travel agency is handling all those arrangements.
Okay, so if you have any questions on what Joe just updated us with, or something new on your mind, back at the beginning here, Dave had said he was charged 20 euros, I'm assuming 20 euros, E20 for a debit card. I did not like the fact that I had, I've got to scroll down here a little bit, that I had, I can't see it with the little thing, that he had no voice in the matter. I would rather have had the choice to buy gold with this money. That's over 28 USD. So I'm not really quite sure what the 20 euros on the debit card was charged for, or was that added on? I mean, the debit card. Can you tell what he's asking, Joe?
Well, first of all, I wasn't happy about it either. I don't think anybody's happy to pay a bank charge or a bank fee, but that's exactly what it was, and it's the price of admission. If you want to receive commissions, that's the activation fee. KB didn't charge it, first of all, so don't get mad at KB. You need to direct your anger at the proper place. It's the merchant account company. They are the ones that charged the fee. KB did not do it. They just, I think, collected the money for them. But hey, you know what? If that's the price I had to pay to get my commissions, you know, I paid it. And
was that
you know,
yearly or one time?
yeah, one-time fee, and it was a little uncomfortable at the moment. I'm over it now, and moving forward, I'm not going to dwell on a negative experience that I had, and I paid the 20 euro, and you're right. I don't think 20 euro is $28 anymore. The euros just and the dollar have been very volatile, but anyway, it is what it is, and it's the price of admission. And your only other option was to not pay it and not ever to be able to extract commissions on that debit card. The only other way to receive your commissions would have been a bank wire transfer, and the international bank wire transfer for my bank was $50. So $20 is better than $50. And I know Bank of America charged $25 for a wire fee from Germany. So, all the options, that was the best option.
There you go. And to be honest, like some of us that have, special credit cards that we use for airline miles, specifically for airline miles, well, you pay a yearly fee to have that particular kind of card. But when you get to, go on a nice flight, first class or business class, it's worth every penny of that. So you got to put it in perspective and find a positive perspective to put it into. And like you said, Joe, get over it. All right, let's see. John's doing a little bit of multitasking. His main computer was having some issues. So until I see him come back live, I will find some questions here. It says, Boomer says, do you know if you will be able to see all purchase plan orders even if you have been cut off in ranking?
Do not know that. Do not know that. Yeah, brother. Hang on, there goes my Skype.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right.
Hey, Cindy, Joe, I have a big problem with my other computer. For the past 3 hours, I have a tech up in Canada that is working on all this, and he's communicating with me on my notepad, so I'm going to go back and forth. So forgive my absence, but I got to get this done. But I'll be back. But back to you guys.
Okay, we have an online business, and nothing's more important than having your computer running well. Okay, let's see. We've got Tim saying, I'm new to KB. How much do I need to purchase in a one-time buy to become preferred status and get the 3% purchase discount? I also plan to do a monthly savings plan.
I didn't hear all that, Cindy. You were breaking up a little bit on my end.
Okay. How much do I need to purchase in a one-time buy to become preferred status and get the 3% purchase discount? 100
of the 1 gram cards, which is, I'll get my trusty calculator. Spot price today was $58.90. Oh, brother, last spot price was $1.34, so let me figure that out here. It's roughly 78.92. It's about $79 US dollars. $7,900 US dollars, preferred customer.
There you go, 7,900. Okay. Oh, very good. All right, let's see. Nick asks, are we getting our debit card sent to us here in Canada?
Absolutely. Once you have 20 euro or more of earnings from your commissionable activity, you will be sent your card automatically, and you don't have to touch a thing to receive your commissions. They're automatically loaded on there on the first of each month. And once you have people in your organization purchasing gold, it won't be long before you'll see in your mailbox your debit card.
Oh. Cheryl piped in, Boomer, the question you'd asked before, if you'll be able to see all purchase plan orders, even if you've been caught off in ranking, and Cheryl said that the answer to that is yes. Okay.
Whoa.
Let's see. Okay, I guess, Mary, you came in a little, you might have come in after we answered that. The 20 euro charge by the debit card is once per year is how Cheryl is answering it. It doesn't look like it's just one time only. It's once per year. And no, it doesn't look like you have to pay it each time you withdraw your commission. It's just like a yearly, transaction charge for having that debit card. All right, let me go back here. Bob it looks like he kind of said it in two different ones, and a question came in between there. Was it a Visa transaction fee? Which the answer is yes, but he also says not getting a 1099 to have to report and pay taxes either. Well, that's a good one to address, Joe.
The question was, why are we not receiving a 1099?
Well, he just says not getting a 1099 to have to report and pay taxes. Well, we're familiar with 1099s here in the United States. It's a German company. We won't be getting a 1099.
No.
But if you're making commissions and you're earning money, you should be keeping track of that, right?
Well, are you going to treat your business like a real business or not? It's as simple as that. And if you do, you'll keep good records. And you should have records of everything that you do pertaining to your business, including your inventory, which is your gold purchase from KB that you get delivered. You have, I carry them around in my wallet. Cindy, I'm sure you have them in your purse. John's got them. We carry them around everywhere I go. I show them to people, and there's two reactions. Where did you get it? And how can I get one? And I am going to actually, I've already talked to my tax guru about it, and he said he doesn't see any reason or any reason why I couldn't write that those cards, the expense off under my Schedule C under inventory. And it's my inventory. I need these to display to other people. It also could be written off under the line item advertising expense, because in essence it's an advertising expense. I need to have these to show this is our product. So
you're absolutely right.
It's in my view, you need to keep record of those transactions, and I also highly recommend everyone have a daily planner to put your numbers in there every day. I log into my back office and I get the price, the gram price every day. I convert it to US dollars. I also have the spot price written in my daily planner for non-Kinnabar gold, and as many of you know, I'm doing an ongoing price comparison. I also from time to time go to our main competitor, which is UBS, and get the price of their Kinnabar grade gold, and Lloyd's been actually doing a great job of doing that and posting it in the chat rooms lately. But we've had the world's best price on this rare product that we have, and I log those numbers, and also my rep count, my new affiliates, and my total affiliates. I log my points each day out of all of my lines, and I just have done that for many weeks and months. I think it's very important to keep good and accurate records, and it also does wonders for your belief system, and it makes you very happy to see that our gold accounts, since we first started purchasing them, even though we saw a big correction today in the market, and I can actually talk about that a little bit later if you guys want to get into it, of why that happened and what we can expect in the future. But I'm not moved by that, because I know long term it's going to do nothing but make money. I mean, where else, Cindy, can you register and get involved in a venture with a company where all you have to do to make money is buy our product? Are you kidding me? That is so unique. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Joe, while you're on that topic, why don't you explain that?
Well, you register an account and you go in. We have the 5 foundational components of a successful KB vision, and we need to teach these and learn them and master those skills. And if you do that, you will do very well. And the reason why all of you are on this broadcast today is someone did a good job of foundational component number one, marketing. You heard about it. Someone put it in front of you. You liked it. I liked it. Cindy liked it. John liked it. And we got involved. Someone marketed it to us. And then after you market it, you show people how to get set up with their account and get them upgraded to affiliate, get them KYC approved, and then the fifth and most important component is buy gold from KB. And I think it's just vitally important that everybody does that. How can you expect anyone else to buy gold when you haven't done it yourself? If anybody asks you if you're trying to get them involved, well, Cindy, did you buy gold? Do you have a monthly plan? And Cindy can say yes. So can John. So can Joe. But would make you feel kind of uncomfortable, and it may blow the entire sale if you would say no. Now, I know a lot of people out there are tight on cash, and this morning on the Breakfast Club we gave a great strategy and technique to let the government actually pay for your gold, which if you deploy that tactic, you can create literally, if you have a job. The key is you have to have a W-2 job where they're taking taxes out of your paycheck. And if you're that tight on cash, you can actually go into your employer's accounting office and raise your exemptions for a paycheck or two, and put an extra $100 to $300 in your take-home pay by doing that. And that will create the cash out of thin air. Instead of giving it to the IRS, you're gonna buy gold with it. So there's lots of different ways you can do that, but that's a discussion for another time, I guess.
And I believe
Joe?
Both of those kind of answered George, your question, or the requirement for being a member is you need to get an account and go through those 5 steps, get it funded, and then start telling others about it. And I believe it also answered, let's see, it moved on me here. Where did she go? Anna, that should have answered your question as well. Yes, you still can earn from others, but what are you going to tell them? You know, people do what you do. Yes, John?
Oh, actually, Joe, when you said about the market making an adjustment, and I thought that's what you said about I could explain that. That's what I was referring to.
Well, I know, a lot of people don't follow the markets, and a lot of people don't know that I do, but I do, and I day trade and so on and so forth. So I knew, I had been warned yesterday that today could be an interesting day, and for those of you that may not read the financial news or whatever, our Federal Reserve Chairman, Ben Bernanke, they made a decision on their short-term policy over the next few months. A lot of people were expecting a QE3 or another round of printing money out of thin air and throwing it into the wood shredder of our national debt, as well as give some of it to Greece and the European Union, who are in deep trouble financially. Instead of doing that, he announced that they're going to sell short-term bonds and buy long-term bonds. And a lot of people really don't know what that means and how that's going to affect us. But basically what it means is our Federal Reserve has stepped in, and they have bond and T-bill auctions quite frequently to raise money to pay our bills. Well, China and Japan and Brazil are our 3 top creditors in that order. And those 3 creditors have tremendously reduced buying our debt. They're very concerned. So they've stopped. And who stepped in? Who is our Federal Reserve? So what it shakes out is they're literally printing or creating the money out of thin air to buy the bonds, to create the cash, to go back to them to pay the bills. Could you imagine running your household that way? Could you imagine running your business that way? That's what's going on here. So they decided that the short-term bonds that they've bought, they're going to liquidate. They're going to turn that back into cash so they can buy long-term bonds. So basically what they're doing is they're just recycling money that they've created anyway. And that all happened yesterday and was announced over the last 48 hours. Well, today, the markets reacted, and they did not like it at all. And our stock market, just before I got on, I got the numbers, down 431 points, almost 4%. The Asian market down over 2%. European market down over 5%. People lost 5% of what they saved and accumulated. They lost in one day, guys, in Europe. So, oh, thank you, Cheryl. Dow's now down over 521 points. It's not good. So what's happened is, I don't know if any of you watched that movie. I love it. It's called Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, and I won't get into the story, but what I learned out of that, and first time I saw it years ago, and you can too, is there when in the trading exchanges there's margin calls. In other words, if you lose a whole bunch of money, you got to pay up. You can't charge it. So one of my top analysts told me this morning, you're going to see a slaughter today, but don't be shaken if you're long gold, which in essence we all are. That means you have a long-term position in gold, because in an orderly market, and this is his quote, I wrote it down, it just blew me away. He said, in an orderly market, when you need cash, sell what you want to sell, when you want to sell it. But in a crisis, you sell what you can. And right now, the traders have had to liquidate profitable positions to raise the cash. And guess what profitable positions most traders have? Gold and precious metal. They had to sell. They had to raise cash. That's what made gold go down today. And my sources tell me that in the next few days you're going to see gold come soaring back, as because traders have taken their lumps today, and they may tomorrow too. But he said gold is where you want to be, and that's where smart money's going to be, and where it's been going. And even taking a licking like it did today, I try to make lemonade out of lemons whenever possible. And the way I look at it is, today, guys, gold's on sale. We may never have prices like this again. May never have prices like we have. And we have, let's face it, guys, John, Cindy, and a lot of you on this broadcast have been involved and had your gold account long enough. Believe me, we've had healthy gains. Nothing ever goes straight up. Nothing, including our KB gold accounts. We're gonna take some corrections, and we're gonna develop a chart. I've already started working on it. And the charts, I've never seen a chart that just goes straight up, ever, and never will. I can say that with 100% certainty. So we're going to have ups, we're going to have downs, but the long-term trend is up, because the fundamentals and the technicals are in place for much, much higher gold prices. And lastly, John, if Greece defaults, it's going to be a license to print money for us.
Pretty crazy. Oh, we've got a few more questions.
Thank you for that explanation.
Popped in. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Back a little ways, Barbara asks, how is the 500 amount delivered, in 1 gram cards or all in one single card, or how? And will it be in that one-time only immediate send-out program?
500 euro? Is that?
I'm thinking that's what she's asking.
The amount?
Yeah. Well, if you ordered the 500 euro one-time purchase, how is it delivered?
KB Vision only has one product, a 1 gram gold embedded card like you see on the screen. I know John has on the left there, you have the half gram, which is the light gray, but right now we only have the pink 1 gram. That's all. So you're going to get 500 euro worth of 1 gram cards. And if it never comes out even, so you're going to have some euro left in your gold account with KB that you can use for future purchases. But even when you use an even number like 500 euro, it's going to buy a certain amount of gold, and then it's going to in essence leave change in your account. But KB kind of does it a little differently. They give you 100% one-for-one gold for your dollars. You know, when you, let's just say you're here in the United States, Barbara, which I'm assuming you are. If you're the Barbara that I think you are, you use United States dollars and you convert it to euro. So with the currency conversion exchange rate being where it is, 500 euro, it's about 680 US dollars. So if you take that and do these and take advantage of the special promotion, that's going to buy you $670 worth of gold. And if it doesn't quite buy you a full gram, you'll have a partial gram in your gold account. And that's the way it works.
That's two different things, though, too, that the incentive program is for the monthly purchase plan, not a one-time purchase. Am I correct?
John, is Cindy's audio very weak on your end? Because I can barely hear you, Cindy.
No,
it's not my headset.
I can hear it fine, but
okay.
But, yeah, but it sounds like
John, you're twice as loud as Cindy is.
Okay, is that better?
I can. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Joe, your audio is kind of pulsating in and out for the past 5 minutes or so. Just so you know, I don't know if you're moving around or what.
Okay.
But,
well, I am. My back's been kind of cranky today, so
totally
I kind of froze my screen, and I have to keep moving. I'm kind of like the Tin Man on the Wizard of Oz when they found him all froze up. I need my oil can.
Okay,
you're
I
you're fine. I just want to let you know. Go ahead, Cindy.
Joe, I wanted to clarify because you said something about the incentive program, and I wanted clarification because we always want to make sure we're speaking correctly, that she was asking about the 500 euro one-time purchase for delivery, which has nothing to do with the incentive program. Isn't the incentive program 500 euros on a monthly purchase plan?
Yeah, she mixed the two together. They're two totally and completely separate options. But if you do the 500 euro monthly purchase plan, which is what the incentive is all about, you can take delivery. You just a lot of people forget that you have to physically go into your back office and request delivery by clicking on the support tab. And a lot of people don't realize it doesn't come automatically. It is stored for you. Storage is the default function. And if you want delivery, you have to ask for it. And that is so very well explained by Lloyd Merrifield's video that he did, that's posted all over mykbgold.us, that explains the function from start to finish on buying gold and asking and requesting delivery. And he gives you visual displays of the back office, where you go and what you click on. And it's just, I can't encourage people enough. If you're serious about this business, you must watch that video. It's fantastic.
Very good. John?
Multitasking here. Where did you leave off? I haven't been following your questions at all, so please forgive me, folks. This is one of those very rare times.
Why don't you ask Sue's question?
I tell you what, why don't you ask the next question? I'll know what you asked, and I'll just pick up right below that.
Okay, Sue's asking, can you explain how you can make commission without being on the purchase plan every month?
The commission program, the referral rewards and commission program, has nothing to do with your purchases. Actually, you can fully participate in KB's referral rewards program without buying anything. Personally, I think people are missing the boat if they don't, but you know, let's face it, there are people out there that are very, very tight on funds. I just shared a technique earlier where you can literally create some money out of thin air if you have a job where they're taking taxes out of your paycheck. But you know, I think that You know, every United States citizen needs a monthly savings plan. And it's even better if it can be in gold, right? I think United States citizens have statistically proven to the rest of the world that we're one of the worst saving bunch in the world. We are great spenders, terrible savers. And that is not a statistic to be proud of, but that, you know, we are on a crusade with KB Vision to change that and get everybody set up with a monthly savings plan where you're actually turning fiat paper currency that's going down in purchasing power for gold, 99.9 gold that's going up in purchasing power. It just makes total sense.
So tell her, though, where the commissions would come from. How, if she's not on a purchase plan, how can she get commissions? Well,
you register people and show them how to buy gold from KB, and if you do that, the company is willing to pay you a commission for that.
So basically the key is the people that you refer, the people that are your downline, need to make purchases. In other words, what we've said over and over, if everyone makes purchases, everyone will receive commissions. It's a simple, simple statement. All right, John, back to you.
Let me get this thing. If I ask a question that you've already asked, Cindy, just stop me right midway. But right below Sue's question, Brenda's asking, I haven't been on a call in a while, and I wonder why I can't buy gold on a monthly basis. Not quite sure what that one's about. Yeah,
well, she's looking in the wrong area. She probably set up an account on a monthly plan, and once you do that, it's not under your marketplace anymore. It's under your gold account under invoices. So if you go into your back office, mouse over your gold account, you'll see all the way at the bottom of that drop-down list, invoices. Click on invoices. Boom, there's your purchase plan right there, and it'll have a pay now. Click on pay now and just follow the instructions. It'll walk you right through it. Fast, easy, and simple.
Yeah, great. Jack
and I also want to mention that when it comes to the purchase part of it, that's a good. I just saw Bob Christensen just texted in there. They do not accept debit or credit cards, even if they're Visa or MasterCard, if they are not bank issued. In other words, if you go to Walmart or Kmart and get a cash card, even if it says Visa or MasterCard, they will not work. They have to be bank issued or credit union issued.
That's good to know. See, I didn't know that. All right. Going back to Jack, he says, I am putting an entire business here at risk on the most unreliable tools. Is there a way to back up my computer, online connection, Skype, email, KB software, and the endless list of things I have no control over?
That does not compute in my brain.
You might want to specify, Jack, a little bit what you're talking about. I'm taking it you're saying you're at risk. You're putting an entire business at risk because you have an online business. I'm assuming that's what you're saying, but maybe clarify that down at the bottom, and we'll come back to that.
Yeah, okay. I got one here from Gino. If an affiliate who does not do a monthly contract but funds their account every month still receive, hold on, if it starts out with if an affiliate who does not do a monthly contract but funds their account every month still receive commissions from her downline.
The commissions from your downline have nothing to do with you buying anything. You'll get commissions every month whether you buy anything or not, if and only if people in your organization are buying gold from KB. If you're going to make a purchase every month and you're not doing the monthly purchase plan, you're doing yourself a big disservice. I mean, if you're going to do a monthly purchase program, Why not do one that is going to be on the monthly purchase plan, as opposed to doing a one-time purchase, unless you have, you know, 500 euro or more every month that you want to do. If it were me, I would do that with a monthly purchase plan and do it that way. But I mean, you could do it either way you want to. But a monthly purchase plan actually pays 9 times more commissions than a one-time purchase. It's important to know that. And if it were me, and I was going to put in 500 euro or more a month, I would register my wife or my company or my adult child or someone below me and make that purchase on a monthly plan through their position, and that way I would get the referral rewards, which would be 900% more than they would be had they been done on a one-time purchase. Hopefully that made sense, and it was long-winded, and hopefully that registered for somebody.
Absolutely made sense, and basically what you just said, Joe, is a way of creating free gold.
Okay.
Okay.
But again,
Go ahead.
commissions are based on the people below you, including that funding account or whatever, making purchases. So maybe to answer Sue's down at the bottom, you could have 1 million people below you, but if they do not make purchases, you will not receive commissions. So the answer is, if you have no commissions, that means your downline is not making purchases.
Or even if they are, Cindy, basically they just have one leg, even if they are purchasing below them. But it's elevating their rank level.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were to create a funding account with a spouse on their front line, that would just elevate the commissions that they would be getting off of their own purchases on that funding account.
So in that case, too, we might as well finish this topic. If you have a spouse or a business directly under you, now is the time, if you haven't done it, is put the 500 euros into that account, and not only do they get that incentive and are bumped up to the bronze supervisor, but you are too. So if you have the ability to do that, you just bumped both of you right there. Okay, let's see. There's a lot of just comments here. Jason asked, what was the video we should watch? And I believe he's asking about the one that Lloyd made. Where would he find that? On mykbgold.us.
Comp plan.
Comp plan. There you go, Jason.
All right. Let's see what
Oh,
we got
no.
here.
Well, if he wants the most recent one that he did concerning the purchasing from start to finish, including delivery, I think it's on Comp Plan, but I know it's, oh gosh, it's on the home page, it's on the customer, it's on the affiliate, it's on the recorded webinar, it's almost on every page.
Okay.
All
Go
right,
ahead, John.
Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I'm looking here.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl made a comment in here, one-time purchase, minimum of 500 euro can be delivered upon request. 500 euro incentive is the purchase plan, obviously not
Correct.
the one-time.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we have had a lot of peripheral damage of cleaning up messes created because people did a one-time 500 euro purchase thinking that they were doing and taking advantage of the special promotion, and it's just not the case.
Yeah.
That's why you've really got to be here. That's why sometimes, you know, even if it's the same question, we try to go over it and over it and over it, especially for new people, so they actually get it and understand the difference. Let's see. Nick says, what if a person uses a prepaid Visa credit card like Next Wave from Money Mart to purchase gold? I guess
Will
that
not
would
work.
not be bank issued.
Nope.
It's not bank issued or credit union issued.
I would not advise using any debit or credit card that is not issued by a bank or a savings and loan or a credit union. If you, and I know somebody asked a question there, was a government issued SSI or disability benefit debit card from the government. I do not know whether that will work or not, but you can try. If it works,
Give
great.
it a
If
try.
it doesn't work, that's why. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what Gino is referring to here. He's saying John he does not like contracts, but does fund himself every month.
I saw that, John, and I think I know what he means. He says he doesn't want to obligate himself and tie himself up with a contract, but I think what he doesn't realize is he's leaving a ton of money on the table by doing it the way he's doing it. And, you know, if he's wealthy and can afford to throw away money that he could be getting more gold, free gold, then I understand. But, man, he just is not understanding. All he has to do is create a second position and do a monthly purchase plan. And it's really not I mean, the word they use over in Germany is contract. It's really not that rigid. You can actually skip, delay, or pause your monthly. Say you run into hard times and you can't do your 50 or 100 euro a month. You can actually delay or skip up to 11 payments, you know, almost an entire year with no penalty whatsoever. So it's not very rigid at all.
So that so basically what you're saying is, at the very minimum, doing a funding 1 month a year still keeps you in the game. We wouldn't recommend it, but that's true. Cindy?
Okay. Cheryl was clarifying the terms on the prepaid cards normally say no international purchases, and that's why they're not accepted. George, I think George is new. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I would think you could call the 800 number on the back of any card and say, do you do international purchases?
Right. George has asked a couple of questions, which leads me to believe that he may or may not even have an account yet. He says, how much is funding every month? What sort of, I guess he's asking the minimum, perhaps.
Well, there is no funding requirements. You don't have to do anything financially to make money with this program, but the minimum is 50 euro a month on a monthly purchase plan, which is, what did I say, $78 or 68, something like that, dollars US. But if you just want to do a one-time or a periodic purchase, it's 500 euro. So the minimum is, if you're in the United States, $68.
There you go.
But that's optional too.
Barbara has an interesting question here, Joe. If you made a 500 euro monthly plan today, but did not know to ask for delivery to take advantage of the one-time offer for 3-day delivery, how can I rectify to put that order for delivery now?
There is no 3-day delivery option.
Right.
That's a myth. That's a myth. But we have seen gold deliveries, of all the important things with this business model. Their gold delivery, wouldn't you guys agree, has been just outstanding. They in the terms and conditions, it says clearly allow 4 to 6 weeks. They are beating that by at least 50% or more. I've heard from people that have received I did myself in 8 days. I hear 10 days, 14 days. When you promise 4 to 6 weeks and deliver it in 2 to 3, I think that's a good thing.
Absolutely. I still think we need to clarify her question. Okay, we clarified that there is no 3-day delivery. But she's referring to 500 euro monthly plan, and she's also referring to delivery.
Well, she would click on the support tab, click on gold delivery, and just fill out the forms. There's 3 tabs there of information. The first one has your pricing information, second one has your payment information, and the third has your shipping information on it, and what your personal information.
But let's clarify that.
I think because if you put 500 euro on a monthly plan, the first 25 grams are not deliverable unless that 500 euro is after 25 grams. Isn't that correct?
Oh, she said a monthly plan, didn't she?
That was what I wanted clarified, because
Right.
she's talking
Okay.
about monthly plan and she's talking about delivery, so I want that clarified.
Yeah, a one-time purchase is different from a monthly plan. A monthly plan, you are not able to take delivery until you have paid for your 25th gram. So from your 26th gram forward, you can take delivery of your previous 25 grams, plus you can take delivery every month of 1 gram from that point forward if you want to. But on a monthly purchase plan, no delivery is available until after you've purchased your 25th gram.
There we go. Thank you, Joe. That's what I wanted to make
Sorry,
sure that we had that clarified.
Very small but important detail.
Yes.
You betcha.
Go ahead, John.
You want to take Jack's question, Cindy?
Jack says, I am doing many difficult, complicated jobs here with tools that are not reliable. How do I back up what I have been able to accomplish?
With tools that are not reliable.
Bob up above says, get a backup hard drive or get carbonite. So I don't know if that's answering it.
I don't know.
I mean, John, you're probably the most computer literate of the three of us. Do you have any suggestions there?
I mean, when you say complicated jobs with the tools, I don't know what the job is, and I don't know what tools you're referring to or what you're trying to accomplish. So it's really, I'm sorry, Jack, but I'm fogged on that. I know you said computer, but
we're all using computer tools.
Right. If you want to give us more clarification, please do. Mary's asking if my affiliate directly under me does the 500 euro incentive purchase by November 10th, will my affiliate hold on, we got some grammar here. Will my affiliate and me also both get promoted to bronze with that one single purchase? Yes. Yeah, go ahead, Joe, if you want to.
The special promotion doesn't go till November 10th. It goes to October 10th, the end of this cycle.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Thank you for correcting that.
I thought it was November 10th. I thought it was October 31st, and then but the commission structure. No, Cheryl says November 10th. It's November 10th.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That was my understanding. Thank you, Cheryl.
Lloyd goes, no, Joe.
No, Joe.
Okay, Lloyd. No. All right, November 10th. Great. So yes, it elevates you. Yes.
You've got time.
You've got time. Well, I tell you, I don't see any more questions here.
Klaus asked about the welcome pack, and we've already answered that.
Oh yeah. Okay. We've got about 7 minutes left here, so. Joe, if you want to do a little wrap up here, and then we could certainly have Cindy let everybody know what's upcoming. I'm starting to get text again from my guy over here. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, cut you off there, but
I
think we had enough positive, excited, enthusiastic response from this new line that we came up with that we're using to strike an interest now. And I think for those of you that missed the Breakfast Club this morning, maybe you'll like this and maybe you'll be able to use this. A lot of people have started using this today with great results. And when you're prospecting people, and of the 5 foundational components, it all starts with marketing and exposing people, and you get one chance and one chance only, and there are no do-overs. If you blow it, you can't take it back. So we've started using this line, and it's been very, very well received, and that is whether it's someone that you know, someone that you meet, someone that you call on the telephone, or even in an email. You ask them this question, after small talk, chit-chat, whatever. Bill, Mary, how would you like to manage a gold business? how would you like to manage a gold business? And they'll usually say, what? Or, what do you mean? Or, what? I say, yeah, that's right. Our company is looking to establish new locations to connect the gold manufacturer to the consumer. We need people to manage a location in your area. Do you or someone that you know might be interested in this? All you're after, maybe. Can we send you an email, or can we send you to a website, or can we play a 2-minute recorded call, or whatever tool it is that you like? That's when you pull the tool out of the tool belt. And don't be the message. Don't just be the messenger. If you try to get into what it is, don't do it. Don't do it. Use the tools. And I think if you'll use that line, you'll hopefully experience something positive. So back to you, John.
That's a good one. I tell you what, let's just take this one more question from George. He's asking, what does the 500 euro plan do to you? What specifically is this plan anyway? Is it something special? Is it that kind of steep to send that much for this business? Many questions.
Well, first of all, it's not for this business. You're taking 500 euro, which is about, I don't know, 680 US dollars in cash, or the equivalent, digital money, and you're exchanging it for gold. You're not spending it. You're just turning worthless paper money into real gold money. And that's the heartbeat of this whole program. You know, no one spends any money. We save money. We're just turning paper into gold.
Exactly. Well, I think that's a great way to end this. Go ahead, John.
Absolutely. Okay. No, actually, he had specifically said, what does the 500 euro plan do to you? I should say for you. And what specifically is this plan? I know we basically covered a lot of that. And George, I don't know if you entered late or not, but you got a 2 sentences for him, Joe?
Well, a monthly purchase plan is a commitment to purchase 100 of the 1 gram units over time, and you determine the time by how much you fund each month into that monthly purchase plan. You can do it with as little as 50 euro or as much as 500, and you can also do a special purchase on top of that and pay the whole thing off in one fell swoop, which many people do. So it's a purchase monthly savings plan that you completely can control and customize online, and it works much the same way an online bank account does. You have total and complete control of it.
And there is an incentive that should you start off with the 500 euro monthly plan, you can go back and change it the next month, but if you start off with that 500 euro, then it will elevate you to a bronze supervisor, which is a rank for commissions. If that's what you're looking to do, is to refer others who are going to make purchases so you can receive commissions, you want your rank to go up. And normally, your own purchase does not affect your rank. This is the incentive until November 10th. So, with that, I want to thank everyone for being here.
12 ranks. Oops.
Yes.
Sorry about that. No, I was going to say that's the third of the 12 ranks.
Yeah.
Joe,
Terrific.
Thank you so much. Cindy, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm being communicated with my tech up in Canada, so I'm going to freeze out. Joe, thank you. Cindy, you can let people know where we're headed. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, John. For everybody who's on this broadcast, we have been in the past doing Monday and Wednesday overviews to bring to people. George, I suggest you come either Monday or Wednesday at mykbgoldevents.com, kbgoldevents.com, and it's 10 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. Pacific. And that is the overview. That tells you about a little bit more about KB Vision, the company, about the products, and about the referral rewards and how you get them. A little bit more information right below us. You see mykbgold.us. That is your research library. Start digging through there. Go to the More tab, and there's a lot of recorded presentations, conference calls. Mary, you asked if this is being recorded. Terry Whitener usually records it. I can't guarantee that that it will be, but yes, he said yes. So eventually, it's going to be in the it'll be on Facebook. It will be in the Skype room, and eventually on mykbgold.us. So you'll be able to go back to that and hear it again. So Monday, this last Monday of September, is the last Monday we're going to be doing the live broadcast overview. Starting in October, there's only going to be a Wednesday evening overview and a Thursday Q&A session. So we, as our teams get bigger, sometimes we have to concentrate a little bit more on team building and making sure everyone's in the right direction. And so, we get pulled a little bit with our time. There is a new there's a breakfast call on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and then there's a women leaders breakfast call for dessert on Wednesday evenings. It's going to be the first Wednesday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So you'll get that information. Is going to be found in mykbgold.us. So get on these calls, get on these broadcasts, learn the information, and refer people who are going to make purchases, and you will receive commissions whether or not you make purchases yourself. But people tend to do what you do. If you are excited about owning gold, purchase gold, and others will follow. John?
Yeah, one last thing. Folks, if you go to mykbgold.us and mouse over the More and go to the recorded broadcast, you will see, I think it's the third or the fourth one down, a Monday night recording that Dave and Daniel Webb did, which is available 24/7. So you could open people to that if are really missing the Monday night and the Wednesday night. Same person, different people doing it, but that's where I would advocate you for Daniel Webb's presentation. Back to you, Cindy.
All right, you were breaking up a little bit there, so hopefully they got that. If it was breaking up for you, go to mykbgold.us, to the More tab, to the recorded videos, and there is an overview that you can see anytime. So on behalf of John Alfiers, Joe Norman, and myself, thank you so much for being here. I hope we got all your questions answered. And if not, go to the person who referred you or your sponsor, your team leader, and mykbgold.us. You should find the answers there. And we wish you a great weekend. Monday's the last overview, live overview, and just look at the schedule and learn some more, refer a friend, fund your account. Thank you, and have a terrific weekend.